Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Santa's Path by GDC. So this is puzzle number 11 out of 25 of our Advent theme. Hope you're enjoying it. Starting out a new week of these puzzles. So what are the rules? We have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules, which means in every row, every column, and every 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. We're also going to be making a loop in the grid, and it's going to be a German whisper loop. So what does that mean? Well, first of all, we're going to have to draw a loop that hits every house. So I don't know, maybe something along these lines. This would be a valid loop, I think. It's not the only valid loop. But basically what I've done is I've drawn a loop that hits every house. You could use a different order if that's possible. I'm not actually sure if it's possible to do a different order. But anyway, so we're drawing that loop. Now the loop has certain restrictions. The first restriction is that it can't loop cells so you look at any loop cell and you look at all the cells that surround it. And if any of those cells are also loop cells, they have to be within 2 loop distance of that cell. So this one, and this one are fine because they're all within 2 of this cell on the loop. But what this means is I can't like come back up here, right? If I do this, then we specifically think about this cell and this cell. They are touching. They're both loop cells, but they are 3 away. There are 3 loop cells away from each other. So that's not allowed. So basically say the loop can't touch itself in that way. It can touch itself like this, right? But it can't touch itself more than 2 away. So hopefully that makes sense. It's kind of your standard loop can't touch itself rules, but it's phrased in a very specific way to try to avoid confusion. Additionally, on this loop, adjacent digits have to have let's use these two. Adjacent digits have to have a difference of at least 3. So if this was a 2, for example, I could add 3 to that to make 5, or I could add 4 to make 6, but I can't do like a 4 because that is a difference of 2, which is not at least 3. And that's true of the entire loop. And that's it. Those are the rules. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself. And I'm going to get started right now. Right. Generally with loop puzzles, what you want to think about is the cells that must be loop, which are all of the houses here, which are very nicely drawn, by the way, GDC. They're drawn with cosmetic lines in Sudoku Maker, which is really powerful. How are we going to have a loop hit this? It can only move orthogonally, right? So it has to take this corner. It's the only way it's going to hit that. Now, we can't come back around this way because then these two would touch each other more than 2 away. They'd be 3 away. So it has to come back down. It has to come down here. Now, this one also can't come down. Basically, this, because then these two will touch, right? So we're going to have to go left. And now that we're orthogonally touching a house, we have to take the house. Because if we didn't, we'd have to come back around at some point and take it, and that would be more than 3 away. So that comes down. Now, we're either going to go left and down or right and down. Now, I think right and down, is that problematic? It may not be problematic. So I'm not sure exactly how we're taking that. Do we need to start thinking about the digits that are on these? Right and down, or let's see, left and down or right and down? Oh, okay. One thing I can say is this can't go left now because then these are diagonally touching and they're definitely more than 2 away. So this goes down. And now we can start coloring. In fact, I could have just been coloring this. So let me color it first and then explain what I mean here. So on a German whisper line, you're always going to go every other. We're using red, green in this case. You're going to go every other between low and high. And so here I'm using red for low. You can use whatever color you want. And so what does that mean? That means that because we're going to be either adding 3 or subtracting 3, if we start from 2, right, we're going to end up with a high digit, 5 or 6. Then from 5 or 6, we have to subtract at least 3, which is going to bring us back down to the 1, 2, 3 range, right? Then we're going to go back up to the 4, 5, 6 range, then down to 1, 2, 3. So it always flips between those. So we can just naively put 1, 2, 3 in the reds and 4, 5, 6 in the greens. Now this one actually can't be 6 because if it was 6, it can't be 6. It's 4. 4 is the problem. This can't be 4 because if this was 4, then these would both have to be 1 because 1 is the only digit that can go next to 4. So that's not a 4. This can't be a 3 because these would both have to be 6, and that's not allowed. So that's a 1. these are not ones. Now that this is 2 or 3, this can't be a 4. It also could never have been a 4. So we know the 4 goes here. Now, I think I'm just going to color low highs based on the digit here. And that'll help us figure out where the path can go, right? So 4, sorry, yeah. If the path tries to get here and it needs to be red, for example, then we know it can't take that 4. Is there any other Sudoku I can do? 4 is in one of these two. Okay, can this path go down? If it went down, this would have to be a 2. That seems okay. All right, what else can we do here? It's clear that this path comes down to take this house. What are these 2 digits we need? Oh, we need a 4 in this column. That actually places this 4. Okay, that's the only place in the column a 4 can go, and then this is the 3. And so now it's clear that this path can't go down because we'd be red again. It's not. We need to change to green. So it's going to go left. That's going to be green, and it's going to be 5 or 6. So we have a 5-6 pair in here. 4 is in one of these two. I don't think we can go up. If we go up, I think we're never going to get this house. Well, first of all, we can't go up. Because if we go up, then these two touch. So that's definitely not going to happen. So we're going left or down. If we went left, first of all, that would place the 4 here. How would we get this house? Is really the question if we go left. But I can make a much simpler argument, which is this can't go down now because these would touch. I just noticed that. So this goes like this, and we can color. So maybe there's an easier way of doing this. Now we can't go left because these would touch. There we go. So now we can go down. We don't have to make an argument how are we reaching this house. Once we're next to the house, we have to take it, and we got to take the corner. So this is red, this is green, this is red. Reds are low. This is 1 or 2. This is green, which is high. This is 5 or 6. This is also 1 or 2. So this is the other 5, 6, and it's green. Okay, this is 5 or this is 5 or 6. This is 1, 2, or 3. What can I say about all these? This is definitely red for the column, and it's from 1, 2, or 3, not a 2. Oh, this can't be 3 because it would be double 6 there. So that's 2, that's 3. That's 1, that's 2. That's a 3. This is not a 3 anymore. That's okay. So these are the 1 and the 4. 1, 4 pair. This is not, okay, let's think about where this goes. It's not going right because it would touch itself. It's going left or down, obviously. This home's got to get hit somehow. Oh, okay, I think I see an issue here. If this goes up, how's it gonna get over here? Right, it's got to go up. Oh no, actually it can't go up because it would touch itself this way. That's much easier. So it needs to go up or left. It can't go up, it would touch itself. So it's going left. We never do a U shape, which I really should have internalized by now. But anyway, that's green, so it's a 5 or 6. So now these are both red, which means this can't go down because it would hit a red. 2 reds in a row. These are from 1, 2, 3. In fact, the 2 is placed here in the column now. So it's not going right, it's not going down, it has to go left. That makes this a green. It has to be 5 or 6 because it's next to a 2. This path can't go up, so it has to go left. If it went up, it would be a 4 next to a 5, 6. That does make this red. This is now also red for the row, right? This is a 1, 3 pair. This can't be a 3 because it's going, anyway, if we just draw it going up, that's going to be easier. It can't go left, so it goes up. This is green, and now this can't be a 3. Oops. This can't be a 3 because it would put double 6 there. So that's a 1, that's a 3. Now that we're next to a house, we have to take the house. So the house is red. That's a 2. This is a 5 or 6. I don't think we can tell which way yet. Now it obviously has to take the corner. It goes up. This is green. This is also 5, 6. So this can't be 1. Let's see. It's not 1, 2. I guess this is 3, 4, 3 or 4. Okay. Anyway, what happens with this? We can't make a U shape, right? So we have to go up again, and then we have to connect. There we go. Our loop is done. We get this as red. It has to be a 1. That's 4 and 1, 3 and 4. So we can color some of these. Green, red, green. These are red. These have to be green. And we're done coloring. That's a 1. And surely there's just Sudoku or something to do here. Or maybe there's a 3. Yeah, this 3 makes this double 6. There we go. So that's 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 5, 6, 6, 5. There we go. We need 2, 3, 4, 5 here. This is 3, 2. This is 5, 4. There we go. All right, cool puzzle. Thanks, GDC. I will mention that I do know of a global property here that I didn't really want to mention because I think that it probably wasn't needed for the solve. But if you're ever drawing an orthogonal loop like this and it's got a restriction where it's going every other between two different parities or two different low highs, whatever like that, you can just checkerboard the whole grid. And you will know that if the line were to enter that, it were to occupy that cell would have to be that color. So you can see that where our loop actually exists, we could have actually predicted right from the start. If we just started with this with green, we could have predicted at least that the houses would end up red, 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 green. That's the only way that's going to work. So there's sort of a global checkerboard property, but I figured we probably didn't need to use that, and we didn't. So there we go. Hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, then why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.